here with Min from Razer, who is going to take us through one of the products you're announcing here at CES. Take it away, Min.
Sure. Well, this is the new Razer Blade Stealth, and in a single line, we're calling this the ultimate ultrabook. As you can see, it's super thin, it's super light, it's just 2.75 pounds, and we've really built this with premium materials. It's out of CNC aluminum. We've got a couple of ports to talk about the connectivity. We've got two USB ports on each end, and it's also got a HDMI out. And over here you can see it's got a USB-C power, which I'll touch on a little bit further in a bit. So what this comes with is the all-new PCIe architecture. So it's the SSDs over here are running at about 3 times faster than traditional SSDs. And over and above, we've got this shipping with the latest Core i7 Skylake CPUs. And in addition, we've got 8 gigs of DDR RAM. And just let me flip it open over here. As you can see, the keyboard, this is the world's first for us. It's got every single key is individually lit. It's what we like to call the chroma keyboards. And the Razer Blade Stealth. Now, the second thing is that, as I've touched on very briefly on the USB-C port, this has got Thunderbolt capability, which allows you to plug into what we like to call the Razer Core.
Right.
So the Razer Core is an external graphics enclosure that allows you to put a desktop graphics card right to be connected with the Razer Blade Stealth. The Razer Blade Stealth is going to start at just $9.99, and that's with a QHD SKU, and it's with all the architectures that I've mentioned. In fact, we're taking orders and shipping this month.
Great. So last year you guys did basically your first Android based console. How has that been going in the last year? How are sales going? I mean, it was a very mobile year for you guys, I feel.
Sure. It was exciting because we announced the first Android TV console that we had, but very quickly after that, post our announcement, we had the opportunity and we acquired the assets of Ouya,
of course,
which is actually the pioneer of Android-based gaming consoles.
Right.
And what we did acquire was probably the biggest library of Android-based games in the world. So we've got over about 1,300 of these games out there. And what we've done is that we very quickly did a pivot of sorts to say, look, we're going to hold back on shipping the Android TVs. We're going to integrate the entire library of Ouya's games across to the Forge TV. And we've actually just relaunched that during Christmas as a update to the Forge TV, and we've just started shipping that, and it's done incredibly well for the first couple of days, so we're cautiously optimistic about it. But what we've done is that we've brought all the best games from the Ouya library and brought it across our own game store called the Cortex Game Store. And it's just shipping right now.
I feel like you guys are getting further and further and deeper into VR. Talk a little bit about that. Where is that figuring for Razer in your business, and in terms of what other products may be coming out, that sort of thing?
Well, we've been excited about VR for a very long time, and we've actually invested quite heavily in the research and development in the VR space for the past couple of years. Now, what we've done, I think, since last year is we've taken all the work that we've done on VR and we've made it completely open source under the OS VR, Open Source VR initiative. So I think we just announced a couple of days ago that we've now got over 300 members for the OS VR initiative. And what we've done is we've got two components to that. The first of which is the software component that has open APIs that work with, that allow game developers or app developers for VR to very quickly have their content work on a multitude of different hardware platforms. The second of which is what we like to call the hardware component, which is the OS VR HDK. And that's something we're also demonstrating at CES this year and getting users to do that. We've actually been shipping, and this is already the 1.3 version. And these are modular kits that anyone can purchase and buy. And pretty much modify and use their own technologies to incorporate within the HDK. So this is doing incredibly well. We're getting a lot of traction with academia. We're getting a lot of traction with the various technical providers, and it's something that we plan to invest in the long term.
Cool. Okay. So yesterday there was a deal. Activision Blizzard bought
MLG.
MLG. What do you think about that?
Oh, well, we're really excited about what's happening in the esports space.
Yeah. You guys going to be doing more in esports?
We've always been doing a lot on esports. Well, many of us were competitive gamers right from the get-go.
Right.
And I think this is probably one of the years that we are seeing esports come to the forefront.
Yeah.
So we are one of the biggest sponsors of esports teams out there. Team Razer is, we've got over 200 esports athletes out there in a variety of disciplines, everything from League of Legends to the fighting game community. So one of the things that we are most excited about is Razer Arena, which is a online platform, and you might know that we've got tens of millions of gamers on our online platforms, but now we've created a easy-to-use tournament organizer for them to create their own tournaments on Razer Arena. So, you know, if you are in the mood to check out and play a little competitive League of Legends,
yeah, maybe TechCrunch needs one. Yeah, we can build our own TechCrunch arena.
Absolutely. You can actually, that's the whole point of Arena. It allows anyone to run their own tournaments. We are excited to have that, and you know, I think we're going to be running a charity tournament on it pretty soon. So, you know, check it out.
Okay, thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.